Hare Krishna. Anybody, Matajis can start. Prabhuji, Mataji can start Kirtan. Hare Krishna, anybody? Sudha Mataji, Rohini Mataji, Shobha Mataji, Lata Mataji, anybody? Rohini Mataji.
Hare Krishna.
Yeah, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी गोपी जन वल्लभ गिरिवर धारी। जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी गोपी जन वल्लभ गिरिवर धारी। यशोदा नंदन ब्रजन रंजन यमुना तिरवनचारी। यशोदानंदन ब्रजन रंजन यमुना तिरवनचारी। जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी गोपी जन वल्लभ गिरिवर धारी। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। Hare Krishna, Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Hare Krishna to all the assembled devotees, all glories to Srila Prabhupada. Hare Krishna Prabhuji, welcome, pranams.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Mataji. Welcome, Prabhuji. Over
Hare
to you.
Krishna, Mataji.
Thank you, Mataji. Dandavat Pranam, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna.
We can start, Prabhu.
Yes. Dandavat Pranam to all of you. Hare Krishna. Om Ajnana Timirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Shri Chaitanya Manobishtam Sapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayam Dadati Sva Padankitam Vandeham Shri Gurum Shri Yuta Padakamalam Shri Gurum Vaishnavam Cha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sagana Raghunathanvitam Tvam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parjana Sahitam Shri Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sagana Lalita Shri Vishakhanvitam Cha He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dina Bandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostate Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanu Sute Devi Pranavami Hari Priye Krishnaya Vasudevaya Devaki Nandanaya Cha Nandagopa Kumaraya Govindaya Namo Namaha Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Hare Krishna Mataji, can someone share the screen, Mataji?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Okay, thank you, Mataji. So, reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 4, Chapter 19, verse number 4. Anvito Brahma Sarvapyam Lokapale Sahanugrahai Upaya Giyamano Gandharvair Munibi Chaparo Ganahe. Translation. When Lord Vishnu appeared in the sacrificial arena, Lord Brahma, Lord Shiva, and all the chief predominating personalities of every planet, as well as their followers, came with him. When he appeared on the scene, the residents of Gandharvaloka, the great sages, and the residents of Apsaraloka all praised him. So, we are actually in a very interesting chapter. This is Prithu Maharaj performing Ashwamedha Yajna. So, the chapter actually starts when Prithu Maharaj starts performing the Ashwamedha Yajna in a place called Brahmavarta. which is where river Saraswati is flowing in the direction of east. So anyone know what that means? Where the location could be? I mean, of course, now Saraswati is invisible. I am guessing
The
it's
north of
somewhere.
India?
Yes, northeast. I don't know, Mataji. Okay, somewhere in, yeah, or maybe in Gujarat. I'm not sure. Anyway, so this is how the Lord appears. The Lord appears. Actually, it is said that in the very first verse of Srimad Bhagavatam, it is said the Lord is one of the qualities it said is Lord is Swaraj. He is completely independent. Brahma jasya yatonmaya ditara charte shabhignya Swaraj. So there he is independent, and sometimes he comes only by himself. For example, we have seen in the Srimad Bhagavatam for Gajendra, he just came by himself. And then, of course, Lakshmi Devi, Garuda, they're all, following him, running. And then also we have seen Dhruv Maharaj, he just came by himself. And also for King Chitraketu, actually with King Chitraketu, initially when Chitraketu was reciting the prayers, he was seeing the Gandharvas initially. 7 days he was reciting the prayers. He was seeing the Gandharvas, celestial figures, and finally Lord Sankrishna came and gave his darshan. So here the Lord decided to come with all his followers. So this is because the Lord is extremely happy with the Prithu Maharaj and the way Prithu Maharaj is conducting things. So to show his happiness, the Lord comes. And also all the people who are attending the yajna, they had this opportunity to see the Lord along with all the other saintly people. And of course, even we see in Krishna Leela, the Lord actually doesn't come by himself. When the Lord comes from the spiritual world, everyone else, they come, including its own family members, and also all the devatas, they come and they take in the form of different kings and all these things. Similarly, we see in Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's Leela, Chaitanya Leela, Lord Chaitanya comes, and then also before that, even before Lord Chaitanya comes, who is none other than Lord Krishna, Balram comes as Lord Nityananda, and so does all his friends and all these things. There's a nice verse in 12th canto of Srimad Bhagavatam. What it says, Yan Brahma Varunendra Ramaruta Sunvanti Divyaistavai Vede Sangha Kramopanishate Gayanti Yat Samaga Dhyanavastita Tadgate Namanasa Pashyanti Yam Yoginam Yasyantam Na Vidu Sura Suragana Devaya Tasmai Nama. Canto 12, chapter 13, verse number 1. Sutta Goswami is saying, unto that personality whom Brahma, Varuna, Indra, Rudra, and Maruts praise by chanting transcendental hymns and reciting the Vedas with all their corollaries, Padakramas, and Upanishads, to whom the chanters of the Samaveda always sing, whom the perfected yogis see within their minds after fixing themselves in trance and absorbing themselves within him, and whose limit can never be found by any demigod or demon, unto that Supreme Personality of Godhead I offer my humble obeisances. So this is the Supreme Lord is said to be Uttama Shlokan Gunanu Varna. He is always need to be glorified by the choicest words. So, and that's how all the devatas and demigods they are doing. So this is a place now they all come. and then next verse, Mother, we'll go. Sorry, verse number 5. Yeah. Anyone want to read?
Hare
Siddha
Krishna.
Vidya. Hare Krishna, Mother. Yeah.
Prabhuji, you're reading, or it's okay that if you're reading. Otherwise, I'll ask the devotees to read.
Yeah. Devotees can read. Yeah, no problem.
Hare Krishna. Anusuya Mataji, you read the shloka. Sumangala Hari Sevini Mataji, you read the translation. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, pranams.
Hare Krishna.
Siddha Vidyadhara Daitya Nanava Guhyakadayah Sunandananda Pramukaha Parshada Pravara Hare. Thank you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji Dandat Pranams. Translation by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada Ki Jai. The Lord was accompanied by the residents of Siddhaloka and Vidyadhara Loka, all the descendants of Diti, and the demons and the yakshas. He was also accompanied by his chief associates, headed by Sunanda and Nanda. Thank you so much, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. So there's a description of this. We all know that our universe consists of 14 planetary systems, upper planetary system and lower planetary systems. So Siddhaloka and Vidyadhara Loka, they are all upper planetary system. And then all the descendants of Diti, Diti and Aditi, these are all mothers of the demigods and Daityas, demons. So, and then accompanied by chief associates Sunanda and Nanda. So this is how the Lord actually appeared in the sacrificial arena of. So it's interesting, this chapter, what happens in the end is already given in the beginning. So what that means, the Lord actually comes when few things happen. This chapter has got a lot of interesting turns and twists. The Ashwamedha sacrifice, horse meant for sacrifice being stolen by Indra, not one time but 3 times. Then Vijitasva, the son of Ritumaraj, he was able to retrieve the horse and all those things. Then that's when everything is finished, Lord Vishnu actually appears. But it was given in the beginning, so as a icebreaker or something like that. Yeah. So yeah, next verse.
Hare Krishna. Anusuya Mataji, Vasudha Mataji, you read the shloka. And Shobha Mataji, the translation. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, Dandavat Pranam.
Hare Krishna.
Kapilo Narado Datto Yogeshasanakadayah Tam Anviyur Bhagavata Echa Tat Sevanotsukaha. Hare Krishna. Thank you very much.
Hare Krishna, Dandatna Mataji's and Prabhuji's translation by A.C. Bhaktivedanta Prabhupada, Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. Great devotees who were always engaged in the service of Supreme Personality of Godhead, as well as the great sages named Kapila, Narada, and Dattatreya, and the masters of mystic powers, headed by Sanaka Kumara, all attended the great sacrifice with Lord Vishnu. Haribol. Thank you, Prabhuji Dandavats.
Hare Krishna. So this is an amazing cosmic event. Not only devatas from our universe, also from the spiritual world. Everyone is attending this great sacrifice by Prithu Maharaj, and then this so we see all these names: Kapila, Narada, Dattatreya. So we read in Srimad Bhagavatam that all these personalities come. Kapila Dev, we just finished in 3rd canto the instructions of Lord Kapila, his appearance, his instructions to Mother Devoti, and then of course Narada keeps coming throughout the Bhagavatam, and also we'll be seeing Dattatreya also. So these people, it's interesting. So it's what happens is they come for some time and then they disappear. So it doesn't mean that they actually doesn't exist. They are eternally existing. and then like especially like Lord Kapila and Narada, like that, they come. So here they are accompanying Lord Vishnu. Yeah, that's good. Next verse, Mataji.
Hare Krishna. Karpagali Mataji, you read the shloka, and Shanti Mataji the translation. Hare Krishna.
Am I audible?
Yes,
Yes.
yes.
Thank you, Mataji. Yatra dharma duha bhumai sarva kama duka sati dokti asmabi bistan artan yajamanasya bharata. Thank you, Prabhuji.
Translation Srila Prabhupada ki jai. My dear Vidura, is that great sacrifice the entire land Rama in Rama to be like the milk producing Kamadhenu, and thus by the performance of yajna, all daily necessities for life were supplied. Thank you.
So, sorry, I'll read the purport, and this is what our main discussion will be on. So, in this verse, word dharma duga is significant, for it indicates Kamadhenu. Kamadhenu is also known as Surabhi. Surabhi cows inhabit the spiritual world, and as stated in Brahma Samhita, Chintamani prakarasadmashu kalpavriksha laksha vrateshu surabhir abhipalayantam lakshmi sahasrashata samrama sevyamanam govindamadi purusham tamaham bhajami. So, spiritual world, there's so many surabhis are present, and then also the kalpavriksha's, and then Lakshmi Devis, like that. And then what is Lord Krishna is doing? He is tending these cows, Surabhir Abhipalayantam. So here the example of Surabhi is given because, sorry, we'll read the purport. One can milk a Surabhi cow as often as one likes, and the cow will deliver as much milk as one requires. Milk, of course, is necessary for the production of so many milk products, especially clarified butter, which is required for the performance of the great sacrifices. Unless we are prepared to perform the prescribed sacrifices, our supply of the necessities of life will be checked. Bhagavad Gita confirms that Lord Brahma created human society along with yajna, the performance of sacrifice. Yajna means Lord Vishnu, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, and the sacrifice means working for the satisfaction of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. We'll stop here and we'll continue. So here there's an interesting Kamadhenu has been spoken about. So this Kamadhenu is Surabhi. In the material world, it is said that we got the Surabhi cow has come from the churning of milk ocean. So during the churning of milk ocean, so many things have come up. So one of them is Surabhi cow, Kamadhenu. So, and that was given to all the 7 rishis by the devatas. So what happened actually, we can see that Surabhi cow, one time Vashishta was actually having a Surabhi cow, and Vishwamitra at that time, he was a king. And then he, with all these thousands of soldiers, he went to the forest, and then they did some hunting, whatever, and then finally they are all tired, and they go to this ashram of Vashishta Rishi. And then Vashishta Rishi welcomes Vishwamitra, who is a king, and it is our Vedic culture etiquette to cordially invite anyone as a guest, Atiti Devo Bhava. And then within no time, Vashishta arranges all the food and drinks, whatnot, everything for all the soldiers and Vishwamitra. And then Vishwamitra was surprised. He says, how you are able to make so many arrangements? You just living in a forest yourself, just and then a small ashram. How are you able to prepare so many items? And then he explained that it's come from Surabhi cow. She is actually giving everything. And then Vishwamitra was quite. He wanted to actually take the Surabhi cow. He said, I'm actually the king. And if I take this Surabhi cow, then I might actually use her more productively, more nicely. I'll give you whatever you want. I'll give you so many gold, so many kingdom, part of my kingdom, whatever you want, but give me the Surabhi cow. And then Vashishta, he doesn't agree to it. And then Vishwamitra, Kshatriya spirit, he would not take no for an answer. Immediately, he wanted to use the force. He said, if you don't give me willingly, I'll take her by force. And then on top of it, he actually shoots some arrows at Vashishta, because Vishwamitra already know he's got some powerful arrows, which he can, like the celestial weapon. Anyway, whatever the arrows he's shooting, Vishwamitra, he just, Vashishta, he would just show his danda. Our rishis, they carry two things generally, anytime in the olden times. They carry a water pot and a danda. So this danda is like a stick where they can rest their hand and use it for chanting, and also it helps in certain forms of yoga. So Vashishta simply waved his danda, and then whatever the arrows Vishwamitra shot, they just got absorbed, disappeared into the danda. And then Vishwamitra got enraged and he kept on shooting the arrows, and then still nothing happened. And then Vishwamitra realized that actually my powers are useless in front of your Tapo Shakti. And then said, okay, I will also become a Brahma Rishi, and then I'll get all these powers. And he goes and does tapasya and all this. And we know the story, how many times he was disturbed by Indra. Once he was sent Menaka, and then Menaka disturbed him thoroughly for so many years. And then one time he spent all the tapasya he earned by performing these austerities, Vishwamitra, by helping a king called Srishanku to go to the heaven on his same body. So this king Trishanku, he wanted to go to heaven with his body, the current body, and it's not possible to go to heaven just like that. One should have the proper punya, credits, pious karma, all these things. But anyway, he went to Vashishta and asked, and Vashishta said, I can't help it, it's not possible. And then he came to Vishwamitra and told him that, look, Vashishta said, no, but can you help me? So Vishwamitra actually sent him to heaven. And then, of course, we all know this story. Indra kicked him out, and then the king started falling. And then he shouted to Vishwamitra, and Vishwamitra made him to stop wherever he is, and he created a heaven for him. And so it so happened that the king was falling in the with his head down. So in the heaven that Vishwamitra created, everything is upside down, because the king himself is actually in the upside down position. Anyway, so that was like that. And also there's one more mention of, we have seen the interesting Jamadagni. King Rishi Jamadagni also had a Surabhi cow. And then this Kartavirya, Sahasrabahu, Kartavirya Arjun, he came and he took the Surabhi cow forcefully. And then we know the story that Parshuram came and he killed him like that. So this Kamadhenu coming back, it actually is fulfills all the desires. So the comparison of Kamadhenu is given here because it is said that the Mother Earth has become like a Kamadhenu because of Prithu Maharaj's performance of Yajna. And then Mother Earth is actually giving all the everything, all the facility. Actually, I think in the last chapter we have seen, in the last verse we have seen that everyone got whatever they wanted from the Mother Earth, because Mother Earth was so happy that she is producing, she is giving. They said even bhutas, pishachas, or all the animals, the birds, they are all getting whatever their necessities from the earth. So it's compared to the Mother Earth. And all this is possible because of the performance of yajna by Prithu Maharaj. We'll continue. So the Lord Brahma created human society along with the yajna. Okay. In this age, in this age, however, it is very difficult to find a qualified brahmanas who can perform sacrifices as prescribed in the Vedas. Therefore, it is recommended in Srimad Bhagavatam, Yajna Sankirtana Prayay, that by performing Sankirtana Yajna and by satisfying the Yajna Purusha, Lord Chaitanya, one can derive all the results derived by great sacrifices in the past. So it's interesting, Prabhupada actually mentions Lord Chaitanya because there is a verse in Srimad Bhagavatam, verse number 32, 11th canto, 5th chapter 32, which says, Krishna Varnam Tvisha Krishnam Sango Pastra Prashadam Yajnai Sankirtana Praye Yajanti Hi Sumedasaha. In this age of Kali, people who are endowed with sufficient intelligence will worship the Lord, who is accompanied by his associates by the performance of Sankirtana Yajna. Other yajnas prescribed in the Vedic literature are not easy to perform in this age of Kali. But Sankirtana Yajna is easy and sublime for all the purposes as recommended in the Bhagavad Gita. No, it's a Bhagavad Gita also, it's recommended. There's a, what is that? Annad bhavati bhutani parjanyad anna sambhava yajnad bhavati parjanyo yajna karma samadbhava. So this is the normal cycle of yajna. All living bodies subsist on food grain, which are produced from rains. Rains are produced by performance of yajna, sacrifice, and yajna is born out of prescribed duties. So by performing prescribed duties. And in Kali Yuga, what is the most prescribed duty? It is Kutayo Jayato Vishnu, Tretayo Yajato Makaha, Twapare Paricharyaya, Kalau Tat Hari Anukirtanam. In Krita Yuga, people, they are meditating, meditating for 20,000, 30,000 years. And because people, they could live for 100,000 years like that. So that was for Kruta Yuga meditation. And then Kruta Yuga, Jayata Vishnu, Treta Yuga. Treta Yuga people, they are actually, what they are doing, Treta Yuga, they are performing elaborate yajnas. And in Dwapara Yuga, elaborate temple worship. But in Kali Yuga, we don't have qualified, as Prabhupada explained here, we don't have qualified brahmanas who can chant the mantras. And also we don't have the required pure ingredients to perform this yajna. Performance of yajna requires so much of pure ingredients, including clarified butter, ghee. And also, it is said that in Kali Yuga, killing of animals and is actually not allowed. One of the things Chaitanya Mahaprabhu actually says, because in other yugas, when they would, in Ashwamedha Yajna, when they sacrifice the horse would actually get a new life. But in Kali Yuga, our priests are not so powerful that they can actually give the horse another life. So it's like that. So it's interesting that Prabhupada mentions Lord Chaitanya because the same verse we have seen just before in Srimad Bhagavatam, it is mentioned about the Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Krishna Varnam Tvisha Krishnam Sango Pasra Prashadam. In Srimad Bhagavatam, Gargamuni in the 10th canto says that Krishna has now come in black color. And previously, he has come in red and white colors. And then in Kali Yuga, he will come in a yellow color. So that is Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And what else he is saying? Krishna Varnam Drisha Krishnam Sango Pasra Pashadam. So, and what are his weapons? His weapons are actually his associates and then Harinama. So, Yajna Sankirtana. So, and then his Yajna is Sankirtana Yajna. That's what he is doing. And then also, Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya also confirms that Namo Mahavadanyaya Krishna Prema Pradayate Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanyaya Namine Gauda Trise Nama. So he confirms that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is most munificent incarnation of Lord Vishnu, Krishna, and is freely distributing this Krishna Harinam. So the names of the Lord. So that's something for us interesting. That's why Prabhupada mentions Lord Chaitanya. And then Prabhupada is saying one can derive all the results derived by the great sacrifices in the past just by performing Sankirtana Yajna. We'll continue. King Prithu and others derived all the necessities of life from the earthly planet by performing great sacrifices. Now, this Sankirtana movement has already been started by the International Society for Krishna Consciousness. People should take advantage of this great sacrifice and join in the society's activities. Then there will be no scarcity. If Sankirtana Yajna is performed, there will be no difficulty, not even in the industrial enterprises. Therefore, this system should be introduced in all spheres of life, social, political, industrial, commercial, etc. Then everything will run very peacefully and smoothly. So this is the final formula, we should say. The formula, the final Yajna formula is this is just like in Bhagavad Gita, we see in Bhoktaram Yajna Tapasam, Sarvaloka Maheshwaram, Suhudam Sarvabhutanam Gyatmamam Shantimuchya. Like that. So Krishna is a Yajna Purusha. So like that, for Kali Yuga, this Sankirtana movement, I was, in the other day, I was giving a Bhagavad Gita class, and then one of my some newcomer, they are asking that, Prabhuji, have you done meditation anytime? Have you done dhyan? Because they are thinking, oh, we are always asking them to chant Hare Krishna mantra, and then we'll ask them that how many rounds you are chanting, can you increase one round every Ekadashi, all those we are giving. And so we keep talking about this chanting our Hare Krishna mantra. Then suddenly one of the guests, they had a doubt, and they are asking, have you chanted anytime? Sorry, have you done meditation anytime? And then I explained them that, look, I started doing meditation when I was very young, when I was like about 25 years, and I've done meditation for about 7 to 8 years. I've also taken Diksha in a meditation society, and then I used to meditate for hours and hours, and sometimes my legs, they would actually get, like blood circulation would stop, and then I had difficulty to get up. And then so it's nothing new for me. And then they asked, so why did you stop meditating? It is so nice, isn't it? I said, yes, it is nice, but it's all the difficulty. I mean, you take so much hardship to do meditation for hours and hours. Where same result I just found one day when I walked into the temple and I was taking darshan of the Lord, and then and I actually did nothing. I just went to the temple, had a darshan of the Lord. I was standing in front of the Lord. It was a Mangalarti time, my first Mangalarti, and that's how my heart got transformed. I was just looking at Radha Vallabha, and then I suddenly felt so much happiness that the Lord was actually like really looking at me, and then I just realized, oh my God, I'm so happy. And this happiness I would actually get by doing so much meditation for such a long time, half an hour, 1 hour. I would feel a little bit happiness. But this happiness that I'm getting is actually not even comparable to all the happiness that I would get by doing this so-called meditation. And that's what I explained to them, that if you actually do this Hare Krishna mantra chanting, everything, it's equivalent to doing everything. You get all the benefits of what is that verse? Daneshu yajneshu tapastu chaiva. In Bhagavad, they said, whatever the benefit one gets by performing all the charity, by performing all the yoga, mystic yoga, and by studying, by acquiring all the knowledge that a devotee automatically gets without any extra endeavor. Because it is said that, when you have Krishna, then it's as good as having everything else in the world. When you make Krishna happy, then the whole world is happy. Yasmin tuste jagat tustam. One time, Draupadi, we all know the story of Akshay Patra, Draupadi. Draupadi, who came there? Yeah, Durvasa Rishi in the forest when they are in the exile. Pandavas are in exile. Duryodhana actually sent Durvasa Rishi and his disciples, requested them to go and visit Pandavas in the forest. And then they all went. And when they went, they wanted to have, of course, when the guests come, we actually feed them prasadam. And then the Pandavas, they had Draupadi, she had a magical bowl, Akshay Patra, given by sun god. And the specialty is it can give whatever, just like Kamadhenu, it can give whatever food is required. But then on one condition, that it will give as long as Draupadi actually takes. Once Draupadi takes food from it, then it won't give for that day. So on that day, it so happened that Draupadi already had everything, and then that's when Durvasa Rishi and his disciples came. And then immediately Draupadi don't know what to do. So Draupadi immediately prayed to Lord Krishna, and Krishna came. And as soon as he came, he said that, my dear sister, I'm feeling very hungry. Can I have something to eat? And then Draupadi she was shocked. She says, already I'm in deep trouble. Already I'm in deep trouble that so many Durvasa Rishi and his disciples have come, and I'm thinking how to feed them. And now you are asking me to feed you. What can I do? And Krishna said, no, don't worry. Just have a look. Have a look in that bowl. Maybe you have something left. And also, of course, magically, there are few grains left. And then she said, this is what is left in the bowl. And Krishna said, no problem. And what did he do? He just actually ate them. And as soon as Krishna ate them, Durvasa Rishi and all the disciples who went to take a bath in the river before taking prasadam, they thought they will have a bath. They went there, and immediately, even when they just finished their bathing, some are actually in the taking bath, their stomachs have become completely full, so full that it's as if they had so much big feast, like our Sunday feast or something like that. Now, what happens when we have complete feast? Last Sunday we had our Melbourne 50th anniversary. So here we had a big feast, and then so we are having our prasadam. So we just finished our prasadam, and just when everything was finished, someone came and said, "Oh, actually, so they have arranged in a nice big function hall, and there's about 1,000, 1,200 devotees attended. And there were tables, and everyone was sitting and having. So just when we finished our meals, someone came and said, actually, there's in that counter, they are giving salad and samosa. Why don't you go and have them? And what did we tell them? We can't, because we already had full. Similarly, this Durvasa Rishi and his disciple, They felt that they had complete, they can't have anything else. And then they are scared. They are scared because of Bhima. They thought if we go there and if we tell them that we don't want to have, Bhima is actually short-tempered. And then we might have some trouble with him. So let us run away from here without showing our face. And they all ran away like that. So just by satisfying the Yajna Purusha, Krishna, the whole world is satisfied. So this is the what do you call that? This is the mantra for Krishna consciousness. We make Krishna happy, and then all the other devatas, all who are like the limbs, various limbs of the body of the Lord, they are automatically satisfied. We pray to Krishna, we offer obeisances to Krishna, then all our obeisances, they automatically go to the rest of the one. And also it is said that there's a nice interesting verse. Actually, even when you pray to other devatas and pay your obeisances or prayers, they ultimately go to Lord Krishna. Akasham paditanto yam yada gacchati sagaram sarva devata namaskaram keshavam pratigacchati. Just like all the rivers, so many different rivers, and all the water bodies, everything, they go and merge into the ocean. Like that, all the everything, pujas or obeisances, everything that we do for even the other devatas, they ultimately actually go to the Supreme Lord Krishna or Vishnu, because he is actually the root of everything. So Prabhupada is saying that therefore this system should be introduced in all spheres of life: social, political, industrial, commercial, etc. Then everything will run very peacefully and smoothly. I know there's some companies, they do this. What is that? These days they do. What is that meditation? Mindfulness meditation, and then so many other things. They do this. Why do they do that? Because to actually relieve the stress from the employees, and then so that they become stress-free and work more productively. But as per this proper suggestion, that if we actually introduce this Hare Krishna mantra, Sankirtana Yajna, in all these social, political, and all these areas, so in which means Prabhupada is saying, in schools, in government institutions, in industries, in commercials, so in parliaments, like that, then everything will run peacefully and smoothly. Because ultimately, when you pray, then everything becomes auspicious, our hearts become cleansed, and then people become peaceful, and then Mother Earth also becomes peaceful. I remember when my father in India, we used to rent a house, and then in front of the house there's only like just 1 meter area, because in the front of the house everything was like cemented, and then the owners left 1 meter area near the wall, 1 meter into like 5-6 meters, so small land. And then my father, he planted so many vegetables in that, tomatoes, lauki, all these vegetables. And then he has taken so much nice care of these vegetables. And then he would actually put strings and ropes and everything, and the tomato plant would actually climb to the top of our bungalow, and there they will actually give fruits like that, and lauki and all that. So, and then from that small piece of land, we were able to get so much of tomatoes, all these other vegetables. We would actually distribute them to all our colony people, friends, like that. So when you take care of something nicely, then the Mother Earth reciprocates. Similarly, that's what is happening in the case of Prithu Maharaj. We know that when King Vena was ruling, Mother Earth got upset with him, and she has hidden all the valuables and everything, and people are suffering. There's no grains produced, and people are just. And then when we also know that when King Prithu Maharaj came, then he demanded Bhudevi that why are you not giving everything? And she said, because the king is king and the people are not pious, so I'm hiding everything. And after Prithu Maharaj promised that everything will be fine, and then after he started performing, it is said that Prithu Maharaj performed so far at this moment, Prithu Maharaj performed 99 Ashwamedha Yajnas. And this one that he's going to perform will be the 100th one. And it is said that in Bhagavatam it says that from each yajna that he is doing, the earth, Bhudevi, just like a Kamadhenu, she's becoming so happy, and she's producing so many. It said that the oceans, they produced all the valuable gems, the mountains gave all the valuable minerals, and the trees, they produced abundance of fruits. So like that, this is how the reciprocation is happening. Similarly, one time during Prabhupada's time, there was he came to our place, Andhra Pradesh at that time, and then there were no rains. And then the chief minister of Andhra Pradesh at that time, I think Chenna Reddy or somebody it used to be. So he was asking that Prabhupada that see, so many other institutions, they are helping, they are giving their helping hand, like Ramakrishna Mission and Red Cross, all these, they are giving their helping hand. So why don't ISKCON also do something similar, he was saying. And then Prabhupada explained that actually, yes, we will do that. We will perform Sankirtana Yajna, by which rains actually will come. And I think they have actually done that, and the rains have actually come at that place. Yeah, something like that. So it's interesting. So yeah, so that's why Prabhupada explains that this yuga is yuga dharma for this yuga is Sankirtana Yajna, and only this Sankirtana Yajna actually makes everyone happy. We see from our temple here in ISKCON Melbourne, our devotees, we go for Harinam in the city, and then there are people in the evening times, Friday evening actually. So Friday evening, everyone is busy going to clubs and all these things. And then we go with Mrudanga and Kartal. And even though they don't know anything about ISKCON, or there is a response. They become automatically happy, and they respond to us. Some people, sometimes they come and join in the dancing. So like that, the whole atmosphere becomes auspicious. So we should follow Prabhupada's instructions and make this Sankirtana Yajna our prime focus on the Sankirtana Yajna, and also to not get deviated to other things like of course you can do yoga and all these things for just general health, but actually it's interesting. One time I went to a homeopathic doctor, and then he was telling me that actually you people, you don't need to do pranayam, because when you do this chanting Hare Krishna mantra, automatically you are doing the pranayam actually happens for you, he told me. I said, oh, is it? Okay, this is a news for me. I told him. So that's what it is. But anyway, as Krishna confirms in Bhagavad Gita and Srimad Bhagavatam, that whatever the benefits that you get by performing all the other things, by charity, by everything you get by actually performing the devotional service and mainly the Sankirtana Yajna and chanting the names of Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. This Sankirtana Yajna, as Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says, is the prime benediction for this humanity in the Kali Yuga. So that's why there's one more nice verse. What is that? Kalaur dosha nide rajan asti eko mahan guna kirtanad eva krishnasya mukta sangha param vrajet. So it said that Sukadeva Goswami is saying, my dear king, Parikshit, Kali Yuga, even though it's full of so many faults, there is one good thing with this Kali Yuga. That is, simply by chanting this, the names of the Lord, Hari, one can actually reach their final destination. So it is so easy, and it is, and in Kali Yuga, compared to other ages, people don't live for a very long time, and so they just practice Hare Krishna mantra for few years, few decades, and that's it. Your job is done, and you're back to the spiritual world. So yeah, we should all take advantage of this and also take instructions of Srila Prabhupada. And also very nice, this pastime of Prithu Maharaj, actually also Lord Vishnu comes and tells, gives so many instructions for Prithu Maharaj, this chapter as it unfolds. We see all this that's coming. But yeah, we can stop here. Any questions or comments?
Hare Krishna. Thank you so much, Prabhu. Devotees, anybody has any questions?
Yeah, Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. It's not a question, but just a comment. Now, when you said, sorry, when you said about this chanting, that you had a talk with that doctor, whoever it was, and about is related to also it is related to this pranayam. You know, one of the preachers, he told us that when you're doing pranayam, he said your technique of breathing is not correct, because most of us, we just continue saying Hare Krishna like that. We continue, so we keep on breathing from the mouth, so which is harmful to the health. He said after you chant 4 rounds, then take a deep breath from the nose. So that can be called pranayam, Prabhuji. This we learn from him.
Yes. I also heard that Prabhu. What's his name? I forgot. Anyway,
Madhav Kirtidas Prabhu.
Yes, Madhav Kirti Prabhu.
Yes.
But actually, what is important is most of the times we don't even breathe properly. Most of the times we do something called shallow breathing. That means we don't take deep breath. We just take, because of laziness or because of stress or so many things, we just take little bit of breath, and that too through mouth, sometimes. So that is not good for health. So because I
Oxygen
practice,
doesn't get in, Prabhuji.
yes. Because I have done bit of pranayam and that yoga before becoming a devotee. I already know all this. So when I'm chanting, I would unconsciously actually do it. I take a deep breath and then just keep on chanting 3 rounds, 4 rounds, 5, 6 rounds, and then 6 names, sorry, not rounds, 6 names, and then take breathe from nose. So that was, and then it was confirmed by Mother Kirti Prabhu as well. So yeah, everyone, all the devotees can do that, because ultimately whatever it is, the Lord takes care of us, but we also should take care. We should show him. It's not that we leave everything. It's not that we put a candle in the when the wind is blowing and say, Lord, please protect this. Just like there is a interesting pastime, Radhanath Maharaj writes in his book. What is that book? The book called
Journey Back
Home. Journey Back Home. there he meets with one of I think Ramesh
Radha
Baba.
Swami Maharaj.
Yes, Radha Swami Maharaj. He meets Ramesh Baba, and they are Ramesh Baba, one of the Baba, and they are staying in Barsana, in the hills of Barsana. And then that Babaji told Radhanath Maharaj that I heard from the villagers that there is a tiger that is going around. He just said that, and then he was keeping a stick before they are about to go to bed. So besides his bedspread, he was actually keeping a stick. And Radha Maharaj asked him, "Why are you keeping that stick? Anyway, you believe that everything is taken care by the Lord. Lord is going to take care of you." And this Babaji told him that yes, the Lord is going to take care of it. So I mean, he's having that stick as a protection in case if the tiger comes, he can beat or scare it away like that. So the Babaji said, yes, the Lord is, I have complete faith in the Lord. But this stick is just to show to the Lord that I am also taking care of myself. No. So it's like that. Otherwise, we all know this pastime of, what is that? Who's that? Jiva Goswami? No, Raghunath Das Goswami. He was doing japa on the banks of Radha Kund, oblivious to the surroundings. And then when Rupa Goswami came to see him, he saw actually that Krishna was stopping a couple of tigers from not coming to him, and or sometime one time he comes and sees that Radharani is actually holding her wheel so that he doesn't get the sunlight on his body. And then that's when Rupa Goswami advises Raghunath Das Goswami to actually build a small kutir, because you can't actually make the Lord to work for you, he says. So that's what we should be. We should do our part, but then we should have complete faith in the Lord, and then ultimately he'll take care of us. Yeah. Thank you. Any other questions, comments?
Hare Krishna. Thank you so much, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna.
Thank you for your association. Thank
Hare
you.
Krishna.
And
Where is
with us,
Krishnamurti Prabhu?
Krishnamurti Prabhu, are you there?
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, Dandavat Pranam Prabhuji.
Oh, Hare Krishna, Dandavat Pranam Prabhu. I was just checking if you're good to hear from you. How are you, Prabhu?
Thank you, Prabhuji. I am still going on. So, by the grace of you people, Prabhuji, your devotees are making us, me particularly, to be in Krishna consciousness. I am grateful to you, Prabhuji. As we today also, in morning, in 7:30 to 8:30 is in Kannada Bhagavatam class is going on. So
Wow.
he has explained about the this pastimes of Dhruva Maharaj. How what has happened by reciting what and am shall I talk in Telugu?
No, others I can understand. It's nice, but
So by rendering tapasya,
yeah,
all world will become struck with air. So
yes,
that was
yes.
happened. That incident was explained by like Prabhuji. What your kind self has explained about the pranayama and those things. So that helps us to be in Krishna consciousness and by observing the pranayama by chanting, definitely we won't get disturbance, and also the flow will goes like very proper, Prabhuji. So and then it will takes a little bit time less also for that. The continuation process also goes on. So by hearing so Prabhuji's class, I am observing that regularly. I am while this pranayama, I am chanting. So it is very perfect goes, Prabhuji, and mind goes, but not go. It not goes here and there. It concentrates on the namas, so that helps. Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Thanks you. Your kind self has given me an opportunity to in our art. So I am grateful to you. Thank you.
Thank you. No, this, thank you, Krishnamurti Prabhu. Somehow I remember Prabhuji's kind
Thank you. Hare Krishna.
personality. Yeah, so this thinking about this pranayam. Actually, I'll tell you, I've done so many things in my life. I've done pranic healing. I've done yoga. I went to the gym. I've done pranayam. What else? We can anything. Mindful meditation, mindless or mindful. What else? Anyone can think of anything else? I have also
Reiki.
learned horoscope or Reiki, pranic healing,
Reiki,
Reiki.
yeah.
Yeah.
And we art of living also.
Yeah. So after doing, it is said that no, less intelligent people, they learn by experience. Intelligent people, they learn by hearing. So I am a less intelligent person. So I've done all this finally before finally coming to the Lord. So so that's why I tell everyone that you don't need to run around. Everything is there. Just like musk deer. One day a musk deer was running around in the forest. It's trying to find out where this smell is coming from, and it's running, and then it asked all the animals, where is it coming from? They could not tell. Finally, she fell down from somewhere. She's about to die, and then this an intelligent rabbit came to the musk deer and said, "Foolish animal, why are you running around? The fragrance, the smell that you are looking after, running after, it's actually coming from your own body." So like that, chanting, everything is there in chanting. We don't need to do anything really. Devotional service will actually fulfill all our desires. Akama sarvakamo va moksha kama udarati tivrena bhakti yogena vijete purusham param. So we just have to be more tivrena, more determination is required. Utsahan, what is that word, Mataji? Utsahan, Nishaya, Dhairya. So we should be enthusiastic. We should have firm determination, and we should have complete faith in Krishna that He's going to take care. And that's, we can progress in devotional service. Yeah. Any other questions or comments, Mataji?
Thank you so much, Prabhu. Prabhu, whenever we have to tell a non-devotee who is going through some crisis in their material life, like all of us, but they are non-devotees, so they do not know about chanting or anything. And if you have to tell them that you chant, your material things also will be taken care by the Lord, is that the right thing to do, Prabhu, to get them into chanting?
Actually, what we can do is that you can tell them that, look, you have tried all that you can. Actually, this is interesting, Mataji. Chaturvijam bhajante man jana sukritino arjuna artho jijnasu artatu jnanina bharatarshaba. 4 types of people come to me, and one of them is the distressed. So it's only when people become distressed, then they look about to us. So what we can tell them is that they continue whatever they are doing, whatever they are trying, but just add this bit, add chanting into your life, and then you see the difference. And it actually works. It makes wonders. It makes wonders. And also, we should give them an opportunity to give some sukruti. For example, I know we do Bhakti Vriksha at one place, and this Prabhu, the host, who is my god brother, I saw him. He give these wonderful remedies for people. So there was a time when a couple came and they had they had trying to have a second baby, and they are not. And then Mataji was having miscarriage and all these things. So my god brother, he said, just do some go seva, do some donate some dakshina for go seva, and then you'll be all right. And then they did that. Actually, they actually did some. They offered some. In Melbourne, we have a ISKCON. We have a what do you call farm, and there we have some cows as well. Indian cows, actually proper Indian Gir cows, not Jersey or anything like that. So he went and donated to these cows and did some seva and all this. And they have been blessed with a beautiful, beautiful baby. And the baby is, she's now, I think, 1.5 years. And they are so happy and they had so much faith now that in Krishna consciousness. And of course, the Prabhu is chanting 16 rounds and all these things. So many things. So we should give them some opportunity to do some service also, so that they get some sukruti. Not sukruti means devotional. So yeah, that is one thing, Mataji. Or give them some prasadam, or tell them to do some, if they, what is that, prane, rate, diye, vacha, just use some of their, whatever they have in Krishna service, little bit, and they get some, and so much Krishna actually reciprocates.
Yes,
Hare
that's a good thing to say, Prabhu. Yes,
Prabhuji, Gau Seva is very rewarding, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Yes, Prabhu.
Prabhuji, I will take only half a minute.
No, tell Prabhu.
3 days. Sunday, I have been to a program of naming ceremony. There was a crowd. Just are discussing with their own affairs. I felt very bad. So I go there. I took a mouthpiece mic in the dash. So I requested all of them, you please attend to me, hear my words. You came here to bless the child. For that, yes, you are doing nonsense things. You are talking as you feel, as group discussions. You please concentrate on the which program you have came, why they have called for you. You please do one thing. If you want to bless the child, you plus chant Hare Krishna mantra. Then it will help. It will pass on to the child. I requested them. I chanted 3 times Hare Krishna.
Wow.
Entire mass was kept silent. They chanted with me. So thing is, that is not the greatness of mine. The Krishna consciousness is hidden in our hearts. That won't keep us to be silent, Prabhuji. It provokes do that thing. Definitely it will happen only by the grace of Supreme Lord Prabhuji. This is my experience. Just 3 days back, this was happening.
Yeah. And actually, I was telling in our Bhakti Viksha for a little bit seasoned devotees, that I told them that, look, for a devotee, in whatever condition of life he is in, whether he is whether he is healthy or his health is not good, whether his money is there, money is not, whatever condition of life is there, still he is a winner, because ultimately he's got the blessings of Krishna. So it's, our life is not about this just one life. Our life is actually, we are talking about so many lifetimes, previous and also going to be future. So if you are under the shelter of Krishna, chanting the Hare Krishna mantra, then there is no doubt, materialistically, so many things might happen. Even for devotees also, they might have some accidents or whatever. But still, ultimately, there is no loss for a devotee, because Krishna is actually going to take care of everything. And even though from a materialistic view, it might look that, oh, he was doing this, he lost so much or whatever. But ultimately, Krishna, because everyone become Janma Murtyu Jara Vyadi. Everyone will become, take birth, become old, they die one day. But for a devotee, even death also doesn't matter, because we see Prabhupada explains the difference between a devotee. For non-devotee, Murtyu Sarva Harasyaham. Krishna says, in the form of death, I come and take away everything, devour everything. But for a devotee, when the death comes, it's like we are actually going one step closer to Krishna. So we don't feel any scared or anything. So a devotee is always a winner in any situation of life.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Krishnamurti Prabhu. That was quite an revelation. Yes.
So, Mataji, actually, you believe it or not, what we have hidden, it is in our hearts. It won't keep us to be silent. It provokes us.
Very
It
true,
will,
very
it
true. But
makes us
lot of
way.
us don't have that courage to stand up and
Yes, yes,
go in
yes.
front of a crowd, especially when they are relatives.
Yes, yes, yes. Yeah.
Thank you
But
so
yeah.
much. Anybody else wants to have say anything? Can anyone say?
Hare
Okay.
Krishna Mataji is
Yes, Shobha Mataji,
whatever
please.
Prabhu has told is very nice. Sitting at office now, whenever my friends calls and discuss something, even as he says, the inner consciousness, Bhagavan is not allowing to do Ramya Katha. Instantly, I used to tell to my friends, is it worth talking about this? Better talk about Krishna and cut the line.
That
Yeah,
is
yeah.
very brave, Shobha Mataji, because not enough times
See,
we
at
are.
least one to one, I have started telling. Even to my mother, I
Wow.
started telling. If she tells something about the family members and all, I used to tell, Amma, it is not useful to talk about these things. Bhagavan
Yes.
is there to take care. Just talk about Bhagavan. That's it.
Wonderful, wonderful, Mataji.
That
Yeah,
needs
I
a
mean,
lot of courage, especially to your loved ones, the relatives and all, because you always have this
Mataji, I
fear
want
of
to
being
thank
tired.
your, sorry Mataji, I want to thank your, I came to the Krishna conscious 3 years just because of Shobha. That's, so I want to
Haribol.
thank her here
Hari
for
bol,
that.
Hari bol. Yes, Shobha
Haribol.
Mataji is
Wonderful.
very, very
Yeah, very
excited.
lot of changes in my life, Mataji.
Thank you, Mataji, for that confession also. Thank you.
It's
Lot of
all
people keep it
Sukriti,
to
Bhagavan's
themselves,
grace.
I mean, including me. A very little courage do I also have to speak up in front of it. I might follow Krishna consciousness within my heart, but as Shobha
Because
Mataji
of
said,
yeah, I'm able to attend all these classes. She only introduced me to ICF. So there's many Prabhujis have been helping us, and today also the lecture was very nice.
yes. Everybody, all the speakers, Prabhuji, thank you so much. They bring something or the other that we have. It is there within us, but it gives us an impetus, to jump further. Yeah, Shubharao Prabhuji, you have a question?
Mataji.
Hare Krishna.
One is actually the application of the consciousness and the mind. How to distinguish time to time. Sometimes you feel whatever mind says is only the consciousness.
Hare Krishna. Prabhu, we didn't get your question. Did Prabhuji, you got his question? Is it a
I think
question or a revelation?
I think what
Consciousness, what is consciousness and what is the mind and thought process? Though both same at times. How to convert into consciousness so that only you can become Krishna conscious. Once you are
okay.
conscious. Otherwise, our mind dominates so many vague thoughts. You may feel your thought process itself is conscious.
Our mind is like a sandwich. The mind is in the middle and our senses are on one side. So, and then our intelligence is on the other side and the mind is in the middle. So, what is happening is when the mind is corrupted, then it's corrupting our senses, it's also corrupting our intelligence. So, to control the mind, what we have to do is actually to start from the easiest thing, that is to control the senses. So I don't want to see anything bad. So okay, I will close my eyes, or I don't want to see any nonsense on the YouTube or on the mobile, or I don't want to say anything bad. So just control my speech. So that way I don't want to eat something bad thing, something wrong, then control my tongue. Like this, when we control the senses, the mind actually is automatically controlled, because Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita that the modes, 3 modes of material nature. It says how they are determined, what modes are active, because it is determined by whatever we are eating, whatever we are hearing, whatever we are seeing, whatever, all these things, that determines the mode we are in, goodness, passion, or ignorance. So controlling the mind, when we control the mind, then through intelligence, through intelligence means through shastras, hearing from guru and saintly people, then our mind gets control. Otherwise our mind is like a small child. Imagine taking a small child for a shopping mall. Every shop, every place, he will ask you, can I buy this, can I buy this, can I buy this, can I buy this? And then if you keep on waiting for him and buying him things, then by the evening you will have whole trolley of all the toys or all the useless things, and ultimately you would not have bought whatever that you actually wanted to buy in that shopping mall. So what is the best way to deal with the mind is to actually first is control the senses, also ignore it. Just tell the mind that, okay, oh yeah, whatever you're asked, I'll do it, but maybe tomorrow, maybe next week, maybe after a few hours, like that. Or just ignore it. Just say not now. That way we can actually, and then that way we are in the mode of goodness, and then it's easy to actually become Krishna conscious and practice Krishna consciousness. Is it okay?
Yes, Prabhuji. Thank you very much. But how to identify consciousness in the sense, because consciousness is mostly we have to force ourselves into consciousness, whereas mind's action is always reflective. Just the moment you see, get some thoughts.
When you're saying consciousness, are you referring to Krishna consciousness?
We have to force ourselves to become conscious.
Krishna conscious, you mean? Okay.
I think where intelligence has to be applied in consciousness or something like that.
Yes. So that's why Prabhupada has given us this medicine, 16 rounds of chanting. This is the medicine, whether you like it or not, whether your mind, your body, it wants to do it or not, you will still do it. So you tell the mind has to understand that, oh my God, this person, whatever suggestions I give him, he is not going to stop till he chants 16 rounds. So what to do? Okay, let him chant 16 rounds. One day the mind will think like that and it will stop telling. So that is how we should control by certain rules and regulations. So chanting, when we make chanting the top priority, then everything becomes auspicious. It is said that when you chant 16 rounds in the morning and then you go out to work, one of the Maharaj was telling, when you go out to work, then you see that whatever happens outside, it actually doesn't bother or doesn't disturb you, he said. And then he said that when you chant with attention, with love and devotion, 16 rounds, and you go out, you actually see that the whole world is actually cooperating to you. Like the boss will come and talk to you in a nice way, or whatever thing that you need to do in the office, it just happens automatically. So yeah, things like that, Podi.
Thank you, sir. Very nice explanation for this.
Thank you, Podi.
Hare Krishna. Thank you so much, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna, Mataji. Hare Krishna. Thank you.
Hare Krishna.
Srila Prabhupada ki jai.
Vancha kalpatarubhyascha kripa
Kripa
sindhubhya
sindhubhya
evacha
evacha
patitanam
patitanam
pavanebhyo
pavanebhyo
namo
namo
Ananta Koti
Koti
Vaishnav
Vaishnav
Vrinda
Vrinda
ki
ki
jai,
jai,
Srila
Srila
Prabhupada
Prabhupada
ki
ki
jai,
jai,
Granthiraj
Granthiraj
Srimad
Srimad
Bhagavatam
Bhagavatam
ki
ki
jai.
jai.
Thank you so much,
Prabhuji.
Prabhuji.
Hare
I'll end the
Krishna.
class.
Yes, Hare Krishna.
Hare